Follow on. This relates to information and news. I'm going to read, this is our first post. I'm going to read some information from it, and I'm going to show a little bit on the video relating to these Putin warns of World War III as Emmanuel Macron pledges Mirage 2000 jets for Ukraine. He sent them for Ukraine. French President Emmanuel Macron hosted U.S. President Joe Biden, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, United Kingdom Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, and Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky in Normandy to oversee an 80-year commemoration of D-Day landing that saved Europe from the Nazi Germany's. Save Europe from the Nazi Germany's. After this, Macron pledged to give Ukraine retired, these jets are 1984, that's what's going to say in the thing, retired French Mirage 2000 fighters. Jets also promised to train barricade Ukrainian troops in France. This will be in addition to the F-16s jets that Ukraine is already going to receive from other NATO nations. So all these weapons and supplies for NATO to what? Strike within Russia. Right after Macron vowed to give Ukraine the fighter jets, Putin launched the second phase of the nuclear drills involving Belarus. Putin also warned NATO that if any of their troops get deployed in Ukraine, this will lead to World War III. But Putin probably not playing, man. You know what I mean? You know? Scripture talks about Proverbs 21, he controlled the hearts and the mind and turn it whatsoever, like the river, turn it whatsoever. I'll get the scripture, but let me show this first. This relates to turn this thing on. Under the 1976 Fair Use Act, this is for educational purposes use only. It's the Mirage jets right there. This video is a first post. It's the France, the single engine, Delta wing, multiple upgrades. Nuclear delivery payload. Combat proven in 1984, I believe that was stated. So taken out, it's pretty old. All right. Go to more news. All right, China and Russia using the USD-backed cryptocurrency for commodities. Trades using Hong Kong and Dubai banks. Russian firms turn to crypto for China commodities. So like I said, using other forms of currency, they want a diversification or diversify relating to have flexibility using these other different coins, forms of currency, not be locked and entangled with the US dollar. But what else we have? You see in various reports on that, talking about that. We have, let me see what other news. Of course, you have a fleet of Russian warships reach the Cuban waters. You have, like I was saying the other day on the video, the Navy on monitoring them as well, man. Pretty much right in the backyard. So, today would be what they consider Flag Day, I believe. It also celebrates the Army. It's their birthday today. 249. That was a day, yeah. So you have Russian Navy fleet ships arriving in Havana Port in Cuba. And you have, what else? You had an incident in the New York consulate, the New York consulate, Israeli New York consulate in New York, where 3 people were involved related to burning Israeli flags and the American flags at the consulate in New York. One was arrested, and 2 others still looking, searching for it. That was a report. That was an ABC report. I seen that a few minutes ago. So Scripture talks about now related to that. Matthew 24:6, you shall hear wars and rumors of wars, see ye be not troubled, for the end is not by and by yet. For nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, there shall be pestilence and earthquakes in different places, for in the times of sorrows. Matthew 24:6-8. So you hear the wars, rumors of war, gossip, news, herald of wars, and you see in the wars, hearing threats of wars, hearing threats and rumors of wars. You see in wars, man. You know, you see in Ukraine, Russia continues. You get Middle East or West Asia with the Gaza, Israeli. You know what I mean? So you see different fronts. Other ones, Taiwan, China. Taiwan, China, U.S. You got North Korea, South Korea. They always potential something to watch. So you have different fronts everywhere. You have a scripture talking about 2 Ezra 15 relating to the people. Iniquity shall abound, and the love of many shall wax cold. That's in Matthew 24. Scripture talks about 2 Ezra 9, talking about there should be earthquakes and uproars of the people. Uproars goes to disturbances, commotions, civil upheavals, civil unrest, insurrection, violent uprising. seditions, which goes to mutiny. So people are going against certain things. They're going against the powers. Let me get that scripture real quick. Let me get this one first. So you see in the very unrest on earth, think not that I come to send peace, but rather division. Part of division is variance, separation. You know what I mean? 12. Because of iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So that means people related to affection, love, respect, is becoming cold, man. And that goes to the dynamic relating to spiritual and carnal disposition and personalities all over the earth, man. Meaning, man, the people, their true nature is beginning to manifest, man. The horns of that's been concealed, that's been hidden, is beginning to manifest, man. And when certain things really break off here, as far as showing in certain levels, man, you're going to see how the true nature of these people are, man. Because right now, the laws are in effect. Certain things are still in the line related to different things. So they're on conceal mode, man. Meaning, man, they're not going to show that, man, because they got to be under the order of the laws, man. Meaning, they got to, they don't want to get themselves in trouble, man, in the matter of speaking. So they're going to play ball and be in order. But when everything gets out of order, the scripture talks about in 2nd Ezra, when the evils continue to grow, I'll get that, let me get that. When the evils continue, part of the evils is pretty much the condition, the stated condition of the society, and the people in it, man, and the inhabitants. Let me get 2nd Ezra. Get 2nd Ezra 14. Since I'm quoting it. I'll go through it straight to the point. Yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. So greater evils, man. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. So pretty much the latter stages, as society continues, the more the evils are going to manifest and grow and more. The closer it gets to certain things, the more and more things are going to manifest, and not in a good way, and that's the evils, man. So they're going to get worse and worse, man, because the age was related to this rulership is coming to an end, man. So this rulership's coming to the end. So the evil's going to increase even more and more, because so Esau's the end of the world, Jacob's the beginning that follows. So the end of Esau's related to his age, his time period, his rulership is coming to an end, man. So the evil's going to increase, man. And you're seeing the weaker depravity, moral depravity. The iniquity shall bound, which goes to sin, and iniquity shall bound, and love of many shall wax cold. So part of that, as the age gets weaker, is the people going to get worse and worse, man. The morally, socially, everything. From a moral aspect, you're going to see more evils. You're going to see more iniquity. You're going to see more wickedness, man. So it's going to get worse and worse, and the evils are going to increase with that, man. For the time is fled away. And leasing relates to deceit. Falsehood, leasing, deceit. Leasing is hard at hand. For now, hasten the vision to come. That vision is related to certain things that's to come, which thou hast seen. Now therefore set thy house in order, reprove thy people, comfort such of them as be in trouble, and renounce corruption. Let go of the mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man, put off the weak nature. Set aside the thoughts that are most heavy into thee, and haste to flee in the times. Haste, let me do it again. And set aside the thoughts, which goes to your imaginations, that are most heavy into thee, and haste thee to flee from these times, man. Flee from these times, because these times are going to be bad, because the evil part of times is the evils that's going to grow and increase, man. So prepare relating to that. Scripture says, high time to wake out of sleep, because our salvation may be nearer than we believe. Romans 13:11. So sleep, come out of spiritual darkness, and basically be circumspect and not as fools as wise, redeeming the times, because the days are evil. So be circumspect, understanding the times we're in, be awakened to what's around you, what's going on around you, here in this country, globally, you know what I mean? So it's wake out of sleep, high time to wake out of sleep, spiritually, even carnally. All right, let's continue. 2 Ezra 15. Because World War III is here, man. It's just not full-blown missiles, man. We in the stages of it, man. We incremental stages. These countries are setting up their position respectfully in there, you know, whether strategically or whatever the cases may be, but they're setting up, you know what I mean, for ultimately war. Scripture talks about the first woe has come, and the second and third thereafter. The second woe has passed, and the third woe cometh quickly. 9:12 of Revelations, 11 and 14 Revelations, man. What does that mean? That's World War III, man. That's a scary thing, and it's very scary. It's like in humanity, but that's in the scriptures, man. I wish the churches teach this stuff, taught these things, man. All right, 14. Woe unto the world that them that dwell therein. The sword and destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hand. For there shall be sedition. Sedition goes mutiny, insurrection, violent uprising, civil unrest, civil upheavals, commotion, disturbances among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. That's the point. These people are putting up the power back in their hands. They're not regarding kings and princes, man. They don't care about the kings and princes. They don't care about the authority of the kings and princes, man. They put in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And man shall desire to go in the city, shall not be able. And the people, because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A stated condition, you know, because of their pride. 2 Ezra 8 and 50, man. That's part of that. That's why many miseries are going to come upon them that dwell in the latter times, because they walk greatly in pride. 2 Ezra 8 and 50. And also another version talks about because pride and arrogance, man. That's why that's why calamities, miseries, atrocities will come upon the people, because of the pride, man. For because of the pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of a lack of bread and great tribulation. You see a major torrential rain major crazy weather across the country, man, from the west to the east to the south to the east to the south to the west, middle, central, mountain region, all over the place, man. Floodings everywhere. You know what I mean? Look what's going down in Miami. Flooded, major flooding. Over 25 inches of rain. They still flood. The report says flights going to be canceled, different things. So it's still in effect down there. Torrential rain, man. And plus they close to the water, so the added rain just makes more rain to come in to make it look like a river down there, but plus the low level, sea levels, different things, you know. So, but you know, that's what the scripture talks about. Matthew 16. Let me see. And he answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye shall say, it will be fair weather. For when the sky is red, and in the morning it will be foul weather. 2 days, when the sky is red and low rain. And ye, hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but ye cannot discern the signs of the time. So you can discern everything else, man, but you can't discern the obvious, man. You know what I mean? A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign. So they seek after a sign. What will be the sign relating to this, man? And there shall be no sign be given into it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas. And he left them and departed, man. So really the warning is given to them through messaging. Scripture 23 and 24, you blind guides, you strain at a gnat and swallow a camel, man. So you sweat the very little stuff, but the greater, mightier matter, or greater, weightier matters you overlook. You don't take it seriously. And that's a lot of these people, man. You know what I mean? 23 and 24. There's a report related to how it will affect, you know, inflation, increase inflation, try to offset that inflation to be raising interest rates, which on the back end would increase, make more things more expensive, loans, different things, your credit cards and different things they were talking about, you know, loans for houses, for cars, credit cards, everything on the back end will be higher, which will affect the consumer, man. That's what the report is. So by trying to offset the increase in inflation, you know what I mean, but you're going to make everything else higher, and everything's going to continue to increase, man. You know what I mean? So there was a report, I was looking at something this morning relating to, because of 50-year related to Saudi Arabia, to end relating to with U.S. There was a report on, that's a major shift, man. Because at the end of the day, they want to diversify relating to be able to be more financially flexible, to use other forms of currency to do globally trade and, you know, with other countries respectfully, instead of being entangled, like I was saying, with the dollar, man. That's why they move it. Plus, they want to take that power, break that staff or that financial staff of the dollar, man. You know what I mean? So that's going to affect a lot of things, man. You know. On the news is they're not talking about related to this, man, because like I was saying, they want to control a narrative like the economy's doing good, jobs are doing good. You know, they have to control the narrative. That's part of the manipulation, media manipulation. So they have to control that media, that space related to the media, to keep the people in the bread and circus and keep them under the dumbed down. It reminds me of a movie back in Running Man, schlock on this, with Schwarzenegger, man. It was a video game called Running Man. You know what I mean? It's pretty much a form of propaganda. They use that to control the people, man. You know what I mean? And their goal was to get uplink to the satellite so it can reveal the truth, man. You know what I mean? So they get close to uplink the satellite because they've been programmed to believe that game show, and that was their reality. You know what I mean? So that's part of that. That would be like the media manipulation. You know what I mean? That's all people know is the Running Man game show. Nothing else, man. So their goal was to uplift that, to get the uplink to uplift the video, so to expose the real truth, man. You know what I mean? Because they've been programmed and pretty much calcified with lies, man. You know, I mean, that's the media, man. So it reminds me of that movie, man. You know what I mean? It's predictive programming anyway, but you know, it has a, you know, the people are dumbed down, man, to believe one thing, and that one thing is their life, man. You know what I mean? That's the point. So you have to break that. You have to, expose it with the truth. Scripture talks about the truth shall make you free, man. I'll just use that movie as an example to explain something. So this was just something relating to some news real quick. Hope it helps in some way. We'll give all praise y'all. Bashim Yashab, Bashim Kakada Zayab. Wolf, hope it helps. The water for the men and the truth for this truth of knowledge, so we know this truth of knowledge. That the water Yabashim Yashab put the spirit of men and the truth on down related to this truth of knowledge, so we know this truth of knowledge. Call Yabashim Yashab, Bashim Kakada. I hope it helps related to information in some way. Other ones related to Supreme Court pretty much blocks the Trump era ban on related to the fire bump stop, related to put it on your assault weapon. So this is just something quick. I want to give all praise y'all. Bashim Yashab, Bashim Kakada Zaya. Hope it helps. Shalom.